Yeah, hi there, I'm Beau Young, and you're experiencing Australia firsthand.
Jesus and Buddha somehow did meet. Jesus and the Buddha somehow did greet. Both powerful forces, both powerful men, coming together to make the best damn coffee blend. Everyone in unison, everyone unite. It's a marvelous world, it's a marvelous life. It's a marvelous world, marvelous life. Don't deny if Jesus and the Buddha somehow did meet.
My name is Beau Young. I'm 29 years old. I was born in a town called Grafton, which is a country town in New South Wales. I've been fortunate enough to live close to the ocean for all of my 29 years. And, my real first waves were on my father's back. I remember my dad made me a small, obviously pretty small board. It was probably about 4'5" or something. At Christmas I was given it, and on the bottom was Darth Vader going through a barrel on a black board. Black Darth Vader in a blue wave, and the rest of the board was black. Never really came to me that I wasn't going to be a surfer for life. My father is Robert Harold Young. Most people know him as Nat, and that was because he was so little. He looked like a gnat, one of those small flies, and he kind of grew. All the things he's done in surfing have been major milestones for its art form.
I mean, I think everybody, would like to see their kids really turning into, raising to the potential, or the greatest potential possible, and Beau has been far from a disappointment, I might say.
People always really were attracted to Beau as a kid. He was fun, he was, just his personality, some sort of an aura about him.
Winning again was fantastic. It was quite overwhelming, really. It wasn't really something I'd expected, even though competing on the circuit for that year, you want to go in the contests and you want to win every one of the contests you go in, because that's what we've chosen as a career. And you go into that competition and you wait for the good wave and you catch the good wave and you surf it to the best of your ability because that's what you want to do, and then lo and behold you won't win. I don't know, that's surfing competition, I play music because it makes my soul feel good and happy. I feel like it's almost a form of meditation, just as I feel surfing is. It's really just one voice, And the fact that if people can understand how you're relating about love and the environment and the planet, if people can tap into that and they appreciate that, that makes me immensely proud, because it means that people are on the same page. I live here because there's something about this place and the people that are here. Come on in. A trophy that the Carriopa family from Raglan in New Zealand would have spent many, many hours carving out. How, I don't know, but carving out of a tandem surfboard blank for the World Titles trophy in New Zealand last year. Jumped in my garage and choose a longboard for a little surf today, and basically you've got logs in here, performance longboards and flat performance longboards and rocket out performance longboards. And got any stickers? Got any stickers? Yeah, I've got stickers, you know. Grab one of each. Get out, damn you. Hi there, my name is Beau, and you're watching firsthand again. Well, I'm taking the back road through Byron at the moment, just because now it's pretty busy, as you'll see, but really honestly holds the spirit that the surfers and fishermen came here with. And I love the fact that you can get a wheatgrass shot and find yourself an organic hamburger and just find real people every day. It's going to stay. It's not going to go anywhere, and it's going to stay gorgeous, and it's going to stay inhabited by beautiful people of all walks of life, of all colour, of all race. We're just heading down to the local markets where you have buskers and soap sellers and people selling local produce that are probably from 20 to 30 kilometres away. It's Bay FM, our local radio station. It's pretty cool. It's just a little shack, but you still get Ben Harper and Michael Franti walking in to do acoustic stuff, which is pretty special. Must have something, huh? Is Will? Yeah, Will is an amazing man. He's a highly valued friend of mine. We're playing a song together at the festival, and we wrote it together in where he lives now in Florida, but he's Byron Bay through and through, that guy. He's awesome.
All right, this is the shirt that one of my best friends designed for my dad. He was commissioned to do it. Byron Bay, have a nice day somewhere else. And on the back, come back when you can't stay so long.
I think it's just a really special thing because it's a broad look at a market, you know what I mean? It's all kinds of individuals, you can get massages. The market probably stands for what Byron Bay is. I mean, that's why I like going there. I bought a green felt hat. You definitely need a wide-brimmed hat in Australia or you develop melanomas. So, yeah, the negotiation program for the hat was quite intense.
We made for him. That's enough.
I wasn't really expecting it from some simple country folk. I thought, you know, having spent time in the city, I could pull a little wool over their eyes. They stuck to their guns and I paid a fair price of an agreeable 42, and I felt good with that hat. So we'll just see how we go. Lennox is an interesting wave. It's a lot of things change, but the wave at Lennox doesn't appear to, and it's you know, awesome coastline. So Will and I jumped off the rocks, and my very first wave, I pulled into a little tube, and my leg rope broke straight away. So that was a bit of an adventure, just getting my board from the very beginning. You know, I got really frustrated, and I was actually pretty pissed at the world, and I thought the ocean was against me, and I was swearing, and nothing seemed to be going right. You know, every time I got more angry, the ocean would send my board towards the rocks. And I'm out there, and I just thought, you know, swearing at yourself is just a pointless exercise. And I paddled back out, and Will was on a wave, and I'm like, it was like an instant change. And as soon as my mood changed, I started getting good waves, and it was like the ocean, you know, you're allowed to be angry and you're allowed to be however you want to be out there, but ideally I think the ocean wants everyone to be happy, you know. So it basically kicked my ass until I wised up and decided to enjoy the experience. And I really did towards the end. I was, you know, mucking around with Will, getting a few kneeboard barrels, which I love doing because it's so opposite to, you know, standing up all day.
We paddled out this morning and it was looking pretty nice with the sun out, and we got out there and we're just so stoked to have a clear day for once, you know, and we were out on some fishes. Then he went back in and got his Blue Comet, which is a 5-fin weird bonza thing, and it's such a strange board, and he just surfs these huge arcs, and it's like, it looks like the whole nose is like just flapping around in the wind, and somehow he pulls off this ridiculous maneuvers and makes it every time. So it's pretty stoked to see him on that thing. He's just got a really unique style, and I think it's interesting for people to surf all different types of crafts on the water. For me personally, it's just really fun to have a reason to go surfing on an odd piece of machinery. You know, it's like just a wacky experience, and I think it's just all part of the fun to try different things. So, and that's cool that Beau does, you know.
Yeah, my band's changed a little bit in the last couple of years. It's a bunch of people that get together and try and create a pulse, and we've really formed a good connection and knitted something that's strong and is going to hopefully touch people.
Beau's a really creative guy, really writes beautiful tunes, and he's got a very individual kind of style. Like, he's developed his own thing, which is not necessarily rare these days, but it's always good to come across a musician that sounds like themselves.
Obviously surfing is his mainstay, and you know, he has great passion for music, though it's pretty fresh for him, so yeah, it's good. I mean, he's found it tough at times, I guess, but he's really come up to par. Very impressed.
Yeah, I'm playing my first real gig at the Blues Fest today, and hoping people will be there. I know I've got good friends and a good band, and I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I'm happy to be conveying my love for the planet through words. You're watching Firsthand, and you're with Beau Young and band, and we're about to go to the Byron Bay Blues Festival.
Yep, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Well, I've been fortunate to play my first big gig here in Byron Bay at the Byron Bay Blues and Roots Festival, and I've been going there for years with my family, and I think it's an amazing festival, and it's had the likes of Ben Harper and Jack Johnson, and this year James Brown and Jackson Brown, they're going to be there, and it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
So our first fabulous act today, here on the Crossroads stage, make him very welcome. It's the Beau Young Band.
Here I stand, waiting for waves of change to come my way. Oh yeah, I miss oh sweet day, 'cause I say love will surely come my way again. I say love will surely come my way again.
We started off initially with Waves because of the ocean's many moods and relationships' many moods that I think everyone goes through, no matter how perfect a relationship they have. I feel as though the 14 songs came across really well, and there was tons of people there that didn't know me from anyone, and that really was a good thing, because they actually stayed and listened, and they heard us out, and I think they actually really enjoyed it.
No, my life fly by and I said I won't let my love. No, my life I fly by on the wind. Fly by on the wind. 'Cause
Being able to transcend just one particular thing, surfing, being able to transcend that into your political mindscape and environmental way of thinking and religious thinking. It was really nice that people, I believe, that didn't know anything about surfing could sit there and hear about surfing as well from a surfer trying to break it down to a level that wasn't only in surfing terms.
Thank you everybody for listening in. We're really honoured to get to play in front of you. Thanks.
I was blown away, it was a big deal. And with so many truly, truly talented artists there, I was blown away that, they believed I'd put the time in to be a part of something like that. I'm sitting here with my good friend David from Japan, who just flew in, and we're gonna head down the coast and visit my father, Papa Nat, and hopefully catch a couple with him. We didn't expect to spend a few days at Dad's, but once we got there, getting to see my whole family together and having my good friends with me changed things. So we all had to wear Dad's giant frickin' clothes for a couple of days. We surfed Ngawi, and the back beach was incredible, just because it had a nice big fat section through the middle that you could just translate casually from rail to rail and just tap into the slower, fatter section of a wave, and then you'd come into a steeper bit. It had a bit of everything, that wave, that day.
From a surfing point of view, he's been like one of my best friends to hang out with, so I don't have any concept of sort of what it's like to be like a father-son relationship. I don't think it's much more of a friendship, what we do is just go ride waves, and sometimes we do it on mals and sometimes we do it on shortboards, and we've done it a lot out there at the point.
Surfing with Dad's incredible. We can have a ball when it's 1 inch, and barely possible to stand up. and we can have a ball when it's closing out everywhere. I've been in the back so many times when he's dropped it on me for fun and just G'ing me up, you know. Just riding a wave with your dad and same blood, different people.
That's exciting. Everybody watch each other and then, you know, everybody's different and exciting. It's good because I get good after this, you know. I see good surfing and then it's good.
My friends and my family are the salt of the earth. To see each other at all as a group is amazing, but when you get to have that group together for days, it's pretty special. You've been on the north coast of Australia, and I'm glad you got to see this part of the world, and looking forward to coming to the States one day again. Thanks.